Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you are new here. I am Martina Lily and today we are putting to the test the new Haus Labs, or one of the new Haus Labs Holiday palettes. I got the Super Neutral, so volume 2. This is gorgeous. I did put it up on my community page and a lot of you guys were like, yes, we absolutely want to see a review on this palette. We are very interested, and I mean, look at these. How could I not? How could I not? So I'm going to put this to the test. You know, I've done in-depth swatches for you guys and we're going to do a look and see whether or not I think this is worth the money, really, because it is a pricey palette, which we will get into. All right. Hopefully that all sounds interesting to you guys. Do the YouTubey things. Give the video a like, subscribe if you enjoy my videos, and let's get into it. So you are zoomed in nice and close. My skin is having a bit of a reaction. I did like a bit of a chemical exfoliant last night, and this is how my skin goes like when it's adjusting to new products for the first time, so don't mind that. This is the Haus Labs Volume 2, what's it called again? The Super Neutrals Holiday Palette. So this is the outer packaging. It's all completely recyclable. It actually does say that this palette is made in Italy and it has a 24-month expiry, so that's pretty cool. This is the packaging itself. I'm going to try not to blind you guys. It's very fingerprinty, but I do like it. It's very chic. It's not quite it's not a super large palette, but it's exactly the size that I anticipated it to be for a 6-pan eyeshadow palette, if I'm honest. And I don't mind it at all. Like, the packaging feels luxe. It feels like that heft and feeling of like all her kind of like bronzers and blushes and all that kind of stuff. I actually really like the packaging. On the back, you also get the shade names and everything. You get a little mirror here, and then I've already swatched mine, so you'll see the unswatched palette in my swatches, but this is it here. I mean, this is completely my color story, right? I'll be honest though, I wasn't going to pick this palette up if you guys didn't vote for the review, just because it is limited edition and it's an expensive palette. So this palette was 93 Australian dollars. Yeah. Although in saying that, I pay $150 for 4 shadows from Tom Ford, so I don't know why that's ludicrous to me personally. You know, just in general it is ludicrous. And I believe it's like 49 maybe US dollars plus tax. So you get 3 metallic shades and 3 matte shades. The little description of these shadows is like high-tech, talc-free, skincare infused pigments, offer max intensity, true to color. The mattes are creamy textures. You know, there's a chrome shimmer, bio glitter hues, blah blah blah. It is always eye safe as well. It's got, you know, plant squalane, hyaluronic acid, vitamin E, so you know, that's all good stuff. And I will say, these formulas of these mattes, they feel like kind of like the Clé de Peau mattes in a way, actually, from their quad. It's like that real suede-y, creamy type feeling, almost even like the very similar to the Tom Ford Cream Quad formula, just from swatching. That's what they feel like. And this formula right here reminds me of the shade from the new Mcgrath Labs Holiday palettes. Let me grab one. For example, this middle shade from the Holiday palettes, you know how this is like a wet, creamy, metallic foiled shadow? This feels to the touch very, very similar to that formula from Mcgrath. And then these feel like you're kind of not standard metallics. I think this one's probably the most like a standard metallic, and then this one is like a metallic, but it has this kind of really pretty glitter sparkle in it, which you'll see in the swatches. So I don't know, I am here for the swatches so far. I'm here for the texture and the feel of the palette so far, but we shall see how it performs on the eyes. So let's go ahead now. We'll swipe into the speed through of the swatches, and then we'll do the eye look. Everything that I use on my face today will be linked in the description box down below for you guys. They are affiliate links, so if you shop through them, thank you so much. And there will be timestamps just in case you only want to see certain parts. All right, let's get into it. I have primed using my Rare Beauty eye primer. This is my favorite eye primer. So if it's not performing, it won't be because of the eye primer. I'm going to dip into this one first, which is called Light Peach Matte with a Smith Cosmetics 237 brush. I actually don't know if I've talked about this Smith Cosmetics brush before on my channel. I picked it up because, you know, back in the day, everyone would always go on about, this is not a Smith Cosmetics review, but I'm just sharing. You know how everyone, I'm also just going to, you know, use this through the crease as like my initial transition shade. Everyone would always rave about the Smith Cosmetics brushes. Remember they had like a real heyday, and maybe at that time they were one of the better brushes out there, but I mean, they're not terrible, do not get me wrong. These are not a terrible brush, but compared to Refa, What's Up Beauty and Sonia G, and like even the Delium Tools brushes and the BK brushes, like which are vegan ones, I would not pick, well, at least this one, the 237, it's not worth it to me. Not worth the money in my mind. I am going to pick up now my Sonia G Blender Pro and go, Blender Pro, sorry. We're going to go into this one right here, which is Morph Brown Matte. That first one blended out lovely, but it's my skin tone, so you're not really going to see it. So we'll get the true test here. So I'm going to start by just wiggling this softly. I want to try less pigment than, you know, to begin with, just in case these are incredibly pigmented. I mean, that's starting really soft and blending out quite lovely. Happy days. They do remind me of the Clé de Peau formula, actually. I think the Clé de Peau formula is a touch more creamy, but these are quite nice, actually. I think these might be a formula for those of you that just want a soft, easy, you know, fuss-free kind of formula that's not too crazy pigmented. These might be for you. I'm just going to pack this on the outer corner here. I mean, this kind of purpley neutral cool tone shade is really my jam. I really think that even this is like a one and done over the lid. Beautiful. I'm actually just on this side going to switch brushes to a 1 Max from Refa. Same shade. I just want to see, because the Sonia G ones are quite a stiffer brush. I want to see what it's like with a softer, fluffier brush. Yeah, I like it with this brush, like a fluffy brush, just because it's a lot more just quicker and easier. Yeah, that's really pretty. I like that. I might actually just pop this all over the lid. See, as a one and done, is that not beautiful? Love. Oh, imagine if you had this as a one and done and then like this deep, vampy, almost like purpley red lip. Ooh. That'd be good. Now I'm picking up a Refa 15 Mini and we're going to go into this one right here, which is Smoky Brown Matte. I haven't got any fallout either, which is cool. Just going to lightly deepen this outer corner here. I don't want to go too deep today. Oh yeah, that's nice. Yeah, these mattes, I think if you're intimidated by mattes, if you're like a beginner to eyeshadow, I actually think you'll quite like these. I'm not sure how well these will show up on deeper skin tones though. I mean, the metallics will. Just not sure about these mattes, but if you are a deeper skin tone and you pick this up, please let us know in the comments, because I'm not a makeup artist, so I'm not an expert on that at all. Just on my like piece of paper skin. That's pretty. Oh, I like that. Okay. Just gonna go back into that Refa 1 Max. Actually, potentially when this is going up, well, this might go up tomorrow, but keep an eye out because Refa is starting their Black Friday sale on the 1st of November. So it's gonna be their biggest sale I think they've ever done. So keep an eye out. I will post about it on my community tab and my stories, but you guys, Refa are my favorite brushes, hands down. Refa are impeccable, truly. All right, that's gorgeous. I'm happy. I love how soft and easy that was. Metallic is what we want. I'm not going to put intensifiers on this eye just so we can see. I'm going to use this Builder Pro from Sonia G because this is a bit stiffer. And this formula right here, which is the shadow I'm going to dip into first, which is called Dusty Rose Chrome. It's going to work better with a stiffer shader brush rather than like a real softer one, or your finger even potentially. I feel like it might even be better with a finger. So let's just press. Now this has no intensifiers, remember? Oh gosh, that's pretty. Isn't it, lass? That's pretty. Oh wow, I like that. Okay, let me take a little bit on my finger and see if that just volumes it up. Yeah, sure does. If you want it to be more molten, just pop it on with your finger. A little bit of fallout, nothing dramatic. Really nothing dramatic though. Okay, let's take intensifiers on the other eye. Actually, I need to get my new intensify stick. This is empty. Okay, we have a brand spanking new intensify stick, and when it's my first time, actually every time I use it, I do this and it just warms the product up straight away. How exciting, a brand new one. So we're gonna put intensifiers on this Olay. And then same thing, we'll use the same Sonia G brush first. Well, this shade looks a lot more molten straight off the bat with the brush, with the intensifiers. Honestly, you guys, do not sleep on the intensifier stick. Woo-wee, that is gorgeous. I love that shade. And then I'll take a little bit on my finger like we did with the other eye too. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, I like that. If you own all the Mcgrath Labs palettes, do you probably have a shade like this? Yeah, probably. If you own Retro or something like that from Natasha, you probably own, or Lila, you probably own something like this, but hey, I'm not mad at it. Picking up a Refa 2, you know we have to go into the green, and this one is called Olive Bio Glitter. Actually, I'm just gonna go straight in with my finger because of the glitter, and you do want to, I would say, lay down a glitter glue because you'll probably get a touch of fallout. Actually, it's not bad at all. I didn't get any fallout with my finger. Oh wow, look at that shade. That is stunning. Look at that shade. Again, looks even better with the intensify stick. But you could even just wet your brush and then it will have the same effect. Wow, that is so pretty. Oh, I love that. Just gonna go back into that purple. Just marry it a little bit. Oh, I love that so much. That is absolutely gorgeous. Okay, if you put this all over the lid as a one and done and then tap that over the lid, fire, absolutely fire. Love that. Not mad at all. I'm just now gonna go back into the dark shade here with that mini Refa 15 and I'll just marry out here slightly. Now, if you wanted to, you could not use that darker shade if you want it to be a bit lighter. And from here, the world is your oyster, my friends. You could, you know, do a winged liner, make it more glam, not go as deep, go deeper. Just, you know, tailor it to suit you and your preferences. We are now going to do the speed through of my base makeup and then we'll come back and do lower lash line, highlight and blush together and lips like I normally do if you've seen these videos before, and then we'll wrap this up. So let's do it. All right, friends, we have done up until bronzer and I went off camera and just did my brows. And now we're gonna finish the eyes. I'm going to just take a Refa 13 mini and I'll go into this one right here and run it just under the eyes softly. I gotta say, I'm really happy with these shadows. For eyeliner, I'm just gonna put my Victoria Beckham Cocoa eyeliner on the top waterline, my brightener from Victoria on the lower waterline, and my Caliray mascara on, so I'll like speed through me doing that. I am going to take my Chanel Sublimage liquid highlighter. I still recommend the Gucci over this one, but I am still really testing this because the first few times I used it, the glitter chunks were real, but then it's like almost the more I use it, the less glitter chunks I get. So I don't know what the deal is there. There's still some glitter here, but it's not nowhere near as noticeable as what it was like the first few times I used it. But yeah, definitely still recommend the Gucci, but it was expensive. I can't return it, so I will use it. And then we're gonna set that with Sunstone from Haus Labs, which is one of my all-time favorite highlighters. I think the cheek products from, I mean, I'm not as huge of a fan of the blushes from her, like they're probably my least favorite, but the highlighter and the bronzer from Haus Labs is truly their top favorites in my collection. I think they're absolutely impeccable products. Cream blush, let's take Nars Liquid Blush in Behave. I do actually have this pigment paint from Haus Labs to try, but because I got to go into the office today, I don't know how that performs over powder, and I've got meetings all day. I'm not risking sitting there looking ridiculous. Whereas I know this blush looks impeccable. So you'll have to stay tuned for my full face of Haus Labs for that opinion. And then I'm just going to set it with the pink blush right here from the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk palette, which I still really like, you guys. I really do. I think this is going up still when the Sephora sale is on, and I don't think I talked about this in my Sephora recommendations actually, but if you've been eyeing it and it's still available in Sephora and it's got 20% off, I don't think you'd regret it. It's beautiful. The formula is beautiful. Setting spray, Charlotte Tilbury. Let's do lips. I'm gonna take Mario Toasted. I did such a wonky line. Let's just pretend I didn't. I really wasn't paying attention. Okay, and then I got this new lip product from Haus Labs. This is the Le Monster Lip Crayon in Blush Matte. And I thought we'd give this a go, so let me swatch it for you guys. It looks quite pretty. It's like a peachy nude. I like it, so let's try this. I do love a crayon applicator. I gotta be honest, I like this so much more than I actually thought I was going to. Truly. I love the crayon applicator. If you didn't want to use a lip liner, you probably wouldn't have to because it has such a point to it. I love this shade. This is such a gorgeous nude shade and it feels not too matte. I don't know why, I thought this was gonna be super duper matte, but it's not. It's more like a natural, like matte, satin matte, if you will. And it's really nice. I'm impressed. I am going to top it with the Haus Labs Clear Lip Oil though, because this one right here, which I'm ruining the clearness of it, but that's okay, because I like a gloss. Oh, I like that. This to me has come together delightfully. All right, let me go figure out hair and jewelry and all that jazz. We'll zoom out and wrap this up. All right, my friends, this is the finished makeup look. What do you guys think? Don't mind my hair. It's really not playing to its part today, but we'll just pretend like it is. Okay, how do I feel about this eyeshadow palette? First impressions. I really like it. I really like it. Now, is it 93 Australian dollars like? No, look, I mean, yes and no. I can actually kind of see the cost in this because of the formulas. I can, because these really do remind me of the Tom Ford cream shadows, the Lisa Eldridge suede shadow, like the matte shadows from her, the Clé de Peau matte shadows, like in their new formulas. So I think that the reason why this palette does cost so much, from my limited knowledge of like the cosmetic industry and ingredients and all that stuff, is that it really is a luxury formula, and so that's why I do think that it is a higher price tag. And honestly, I like these. I think these kinds of mattes are really good for a fuss-free, everyday, beginner-friendly, I mean obviously anyone can use it, but like beginner-friendly, or if you struggle blending mattes, if you know you love that Clé de Peau formula, if you know you love the Tom Ford cream formula, you will love these. If you know you love the Lisa Eldridge formula, you will love these mattes, truly. So I I can see why their price tag is higher because of that formulation. Again, with my limited knowledge, I'm not a makeup artist, take it with a grain of salt. Same with these, like these are unique formulas. You know, this is biodegradable glitter. This is like the Pat McGrath Labs middle shade in those quints. It truly is. It's like this wet, molten metallic formula. I'm here for it. I will use this shadow in my full face of Haus Labs, so keep an eye out. I'll try and get that up for like next weekish. I really, really am impressed with the quality of this eyeshadow palette. And I think if you are someone that is looking for the Tom Ford Clé de Peau Lisa Eldridge matte formula combined with the Pat McGrath Labs special shade formula, but with less fallout, this might be the palette for you, because that's what it reminds me of. I honestly was not going to get this palette. I was like, absolutely not. And then I got quite a few messages from you guys saying, are you going to review it? So I put a poll up and you guys were like, yes, we want you to review it. So I was like, okay. And I kind of begrudgingly, truly begrudgingly bought it. And I don't mind doing that. I have a YouTube budget. So it's not like, you know, when I do reviews like this where I'm not overly like personally wanting to pick it up, that's what I have my YouTube budget for. And so you know, don't worry about ever asking me to review something in money wise. If I truly don't want to, I truly can't afford to, I won't. I do want your input. And because so many of you said you did, I was like, okay, I'll do it. And I knew that I wanted to pick up a couple of more other Haus Labs products anyway. I'm so glad you guys really wanted to see this. I really, really like this. I can see myself traveling with this. I can see myself getting a lot of use out of this. I'm sad it's limited edition. I hope she considers bringing this out in a permanent edition or other color stories in these exact formulas in permanent editions. I love the packaging. I'm here for it. If you can get 20% off in the Sephora sale on those right now, even better. I will keep an eye out for Haus Labs sales over Black Friday. And yeah, I mean, if you've been waiting for my review, one, thank you so much. Like, what an honor. But like, yeah, I mean, I'm happy. I'm happy. So anyway, let me know your thoughts. Was this a palette that you were personally wanting to pick up or looking to pick up or thinking about it? Or you're just like, nah, I'm not really interested. That doesn't sound like my kind of a vibe. I get it. Either which way, we're all different. So you do you. Everyone's value of $1 is different. I just hope you enjoyed the review in some way, shape or form. And if you're watching till this point, you know you're an absolute legend and I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. And I hope you have the most amazing day wherever you are in the world. And I will see you next time. Bye.